Okay. So, had a few things happen last time. There's something about a bunch of necromancers going down. There's trouble with the railroad we need some dynamite for. Also, we found a tannery. It's full of demonic clowns. Let's see, anything I can do for keep these? Also, as you can see, I did find the stupid walking perk. It is the best thing ever. Okay, this is what killed us last time. We'll try again now. Not sure that does anything for me right now, but we'll try it. It does jack all. Here, we're going to have to buff up, and if I hit this thing, we might make it through this time. In fact, yeah, if I stun it for a turn, I should be fine. Okay. I don't think it can one-shot me right now. We got this. As predictable as ever, the clowns turn on you once you've helped them defeat the cows. Fortunately, they're not that tough. Yeah, I keep forgetting I have action points I should buff. Heal for good measure. There we go. Whew. It's a good thing the clowns hate cows more than they hate humans, or the fight could have gone way worse. Fortunately, it seems pretty unlikely that you'll run into any more animated leather-clad cow skeletons on your adventure. Right? Anyway, one of the clowns dropped a map of the region. It has the tannery marked on it with a route leading to it from a place way up north, which is marked with, I guess, a circus tent? Which would seem weird, but, well, clowns. You approach the hide warily. Looks like it was too tan to be possessed? This must be a storage shed. It's locked, but maybe the key you found could open it. It's a lot of poop. There's a guy back here hiding behind a barrel. He isn't very good at hiding. Hello? Oh, thank God, you aren't one of those horrible clowns. Nope, I'm Larry. Larry Scott. I'm Grady Tanner. It's a good thing you arrived. I couldn't have held out for much longer. Are you actually a Tanner, or is that your surname? Well, both! I don't know what I was expecting. What are you doing in here? Hiding! What I mean is, why are you hiding in here? Because I don't want to die! Look, what's your story? Well, I was scavenging for tanning materials. Cow's bane ain't as easy to get hold of as it was in the old days, but while I was searching, those cows showed up, and then those clowns showed up, so I locked myself in here to hide. What's cow's bane? It's herb used for tanning leather. You can't grow it in large batches anymore because cows show up and wreck the place, so there's other stuff we generally use for pig leather and so on. It's not as good, though. Cows wreck your herb gardens? Yeah, if you're growing more than about a flower pot's worth, they get wind of it somehow. They hate the stuff. Can't figure why. Here, I've got a few extra seeds you can have. Be careful with them. How long have you been in here? 3 or 4 days. Starving. Cow's bane's poisonous, so I've been chewing on this old leather hat for sustenance. Seriously? Yep. Want some? No. Well, I took care of the clown and the cows. So consider yourself rescued. Wonderful. Thank you. As soon as I get a new shop set up, you can count on me for any leather goods you need. And first one's on the house. You wouldn't happen to know where I might set up a new shop, would you? What happened to the old shop? Care to guess? Cows? Yep. There's an empty lot in Dirtwater you could probably use. Great, I'll head right there. Thanks a million, partner. I owe you one. You know what? Let's see if he's set up already. You find a pair of saddlebags slung over a tree branch. Stenciled letters on the side read, "Property of Fort All Dead Library." Dig through it. The bag is full of books, mostly boring military field manuals. You did find one specific of interest to you, though. It's a skill book. We'll get to that in a moment. It's cow punching. You know what? Let's get the max HP. I'm more tanky than anything, so that'll help. Read the book while doing 10,000 sit-ups. After you're done, you tear the book in half as a testament to your newfound strength. Damn right I do! Proper Western tough guy walk here. Yep, he's open shop. Hey there, Larry. Welcome to my shop. Looks like you've got yourself set up pretty nicely. Sure have. Here, let me give you a little something as thanks for helping me out. Here, have a sharpening strop on the house. With one of these, a little elbow grease, and a little imagination, anything can be sharpened. Ooh, hey, melee damage buff. Okay. I wouldn't want this. I just realized I have 1,337 meat, and I am old enough to be stupid and find that amusing. Give me a check real quick. This is just 3 muscle. I think I'd rather the armor and the melee damage buff. Oh, I see. This is consumable at plus weapon damage. You have to work a little harder than usual to move, just to move around in these things, which makes you pretty belligerent. Oh. There we go. Alright, let's check out the cave. The side of the trail, you see a small hell cow. A hell cat. Really? It snorts out a patch of brush, lighting it on fire, then starts grazing. Kill it! Just calm down, Susie. It's only a little one. Or it gets bigger. I'm gonna punch in the snout to establish superiority. Run up to the hellcat and punch it right in the snout. It squeals in surprise and runs away with a nosebleed, leaving you to quickly get said blood off your fist before your fist dissolves. A buff with a chance for some curse, I guess. I find it amusing that for how deliberately cheap this game looks, we do have nice shadows. There's a black bolted to the cave wall here. A record of the events of the expedition to and into Shaggy Dog Cave, November 1887, as recorded by John Plaguewright. Okay. Having acquired through various and sundry means, a story which is interesting in its own right, but better saved for another time, a map purporting to lead to a large cache of jewels and ingots of precious metals hidden by the infamous highwayman and train robber Cole Jr. in the years before the cows came home. I, Jim Wright, along with 3 compatriots, those being Wymans, Iris Howard, and Douglas Watts, set out to find Shaggy Dog Cave and the aforementioned treasure. You know, there's going to be... It's called Shaggy Dog Cave. There is going to be no point to this story. You know what? Excuse me a moment. I'll turn you down a little bit because you're still really loud. Our equipment and provisions consisted of 1 cart and a horse to pull it, 4 additional horses to be ridden, 2 shovels, a spade, and a mining pick. Large coil of rope, 1 large basket of eggs, as well as an assortment of other trail provisions and cookware. My own collection of blank plaques and engraving tools, 1 large and shaggy dog, and a butt fart. You don't want to ask? Oh, okay. After traveling for 2.5 days to the south and east, we arrived at a small town named Dirtwater, the largest settlement in the vicinity of Shaggy Dog Cave. Leaving the dog to watch the horses, the 4 of us entered the local saloon and each ordered a beer, except Sai, who was satisfied with water. The barman provided our drinks as requested, and then withdrew a small wooden box from underneath the bar, asking us if we cared to witness something real interesting. Considering that we still had quite a few hours left to travel, we politely declined and asked him if he knew the way to Shaggy Dog Cave. He replied that he had never been there personally, but gave us rough directions, which correlated nicely with the notes on our map. Upon leaving the saloon, wound, we discovered to our dismay that some unknown villain had tampered with our wagon. Fortunately, the only supplies missing were the butt fur and the entire basket of eggs, apart from one that Doug had concealed within a pocket for safekeeping. We also discovered the dog had abandoned one of the horses facing Nate inside, and after a drawing of lots, to share. The person is... After acquiring a barrel of fresh water for the trip, as well as a replacement butt fur, I think it's for pooping with, just saying, we headed out into the open desert. The sun shone down mercilessly upon us, though we took small solace in the fact that it would have been far more intolerable had we made this expedition during the summer months rather than November. In order to pass the time on the trip and resist becoming dazed from the heat and susceptible to desert mirages, we exchanged stories of our youth, which I will not be retelling here for reasons of length. So now you're worried about length. However, I will relate to you 3 odd occurrences that happened to us during our trek through the desert. The first was 2 or 3 hours of dirt water. 2 or 3 hours out of dirt water when Nate noticed a glint of sunlight upon a metallic object partially buried in the sand. This was revealed to be a brass oil lamp of foreign design and manufacturer, which fortuitously still contained a quantity of oil. Deciding this might come in handy, we stashed it in the wagon with our other tools. Our next encounter was with a nomadic goblin tribesman who we discovered spoke excellent English. It inquired as to our destination. We replied that we were looking for Shaggy Dog Cave, though we did not disclose the reason for our journey. The goblin confirmed that we were heading on the correct course and mentioned that he had only a short time earlier witnessed a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in the same direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed and continued on our way. Sometime later, we encountered a large adobe hut, occupied by 2 identical-seeming old men with wild hair and long white beards. They invited us to take shelter from the heat, which we gratefully accepted, and introduced themselves as hermits. This struck me as particular, given that there were 2 of them, but I felt it would be rude to question them on that point. One of the hermits confirmed that we were near Shaggy Dog Cave, and the other hermit confirmed that what his brother said was true. He also commented that they had seen a large and shaggy dog riding a horse in that direction. We all agreed that this was an unusual sight indeed. The hermits refreshed our water supply in exchange for our butt fur, and we continued on our way, decided to finally be near our goal. After 2 more hours, we finally arrived at Shaggy Dog Cave, carefully keeping our excitement in check, lest we became incautious. We unloaded our equipment and supplies from the wagon and took a brief respite in the cool shade of this cave entrance. To celebrate our arrival, Doug unpocketed and shared the egg he had saved for our breakfast that had been stolen in dirt water. Once we rested, we decided the time had come to explore the cave. Discovering that we had neglected to pack torches, lanterns, or any other light source with which to illuminate the cave, we declared that it was indeed fortuitous that Nate had discovered the antique oil lamp during our travels. He gave the brass a quick shine and then lit the wick, and we were relieved to discover that it lit easily and provided a very adequate amount of light. Excuse me. You okay back there, Avy? You're getting chatty. Is it because I'm reading? As we headed into the cave, we were further encouraged by the fact that the floor was quite even and easy to traverse. There was no side passages which might cause us to become lost. Despite this, I resolved to hang a number of flags to mark our progress through the cave, and engrave them with the tale of our journey, such that others who discovered the cave after us might be entertained and edified by our story. Soon we came to the end of the tunnel. While Nate, I, and Doug took turns with the excavations, I completed the last of the aforementioned acts. It was a matter of perhaps an hour before a sized shovel struck a wooden surface with a hollow noise, and we hauled the traditionally styled treasure chest out of the hole with great excitement. The chest was locked with an ancient rusting iron padlock, which broke easily from a single swing of our pickaxe. We You open the lid slowly, and the flickering light of the antique oil lamp shone brilliantly upon jewels of every color and shining ingots of precious metals, just as promised by the legend of Black Pearl Jr. Joyous at our triumph, we load our chest into our wagon and begin the journey home. Thank you for reading, and may your own endeavors be equally successful. It's a hole. A completely empty one. I expected nothing, and I'm still disappointed. What's the snake pit mine? Notice the trail burnt vegetation off the side of the trail, which can only mean one thing. Hellcalf is grazing nearby. Is it the one I punched? Is it the one I punched earlier? Oh, let's just fight it. Okay. It's an exposed meat vein. Look at the mining equipment. You have no idea what any of it does. Ask Susie? No. Okay then. So what happens if I try to explain it to Susie? I don't want to tell you about this mining stuff. First machine here, this is an automatic slate cutter? You know what? Never mind. Ow. Doesn't understand. Doesn't understand. I can harvest some hot coffee, though. Whether you're riding the range or trying to recover from a big city hangover, a cup of joe is always welcome. Oh, cool. You can see a snake coiled up in a little hole. Well, let's pull it out and punch it. And I can put this on my hat for extra moxie, though I don't have a big need for that. Meat nuggets. There's a smoking snake in this smoking hole. Okay, let's punch it. Mining supplies. This den is full of snake eggs. Okay. This went a lot easier than I expected. There's not enough skin on any of them to be worth collecting. Somebody left their pickaxe here. Well, pick it up. Ooh, cool. I can mine meat veins now. Which means, can I hit the one out here too? Nice. Say... rubble smelter, sure. Search methane, and then blast it. I think it's one of those weird random things. Off to one side of the trail, you see a covered wagon and a small family of settlers who look upset. You folks okay? We're on our way to Dirtwater, but our wagon went and broke down on us. That's rough. Liable to get attacked by bandits out here, or snakes, or coyotes, or ghosts, or other things that basically live exclusively on stranded travelers. Is there something you can do to help? Ask Susie to fix the wagon. Susie crawls under the wagon and pokes around for a moment, then reappears and chucks a dead rat over her shoulder. Rat in your carburetor. She'll be fine now. That was good. Danger. Spider. It has weapons scrawled on it in black paint. We got a fancy knife. You should leave right now before that spider eats you. Against my better judgment. Okay, looks like we cannot pick a fight with it. That's disappointing. Cave door's been boarded up. I need a hammer or crowbar. Hello? I'm suddenly sneaking. Okay, you're really pushing your luck here. If you go closer, they're definitely going to attack you. Okay. Can I just flatten this guy? Yes, I can. I regret nothing. These hats look great. Get the one out of cover first. Take the leader's tattooed tooth. How does one tattoo teeth? As a means of identifying him. I also take those horrible hats as a souvenir. Wow. This thing is just objectively terrible. You only lose stats if you wear it. Danger kitchen. Danger bar. Is this the Danger Gang or something? Our chef has changed the wall. His eyes widen as you approach. Hey, you're not one of them. Are you here to rescue me? Sure. Thank goodness. Thrusts his hand into yours and shakes vigorously. I'm Doug. Larry. How you doing? Well, I've been chained up to this dank cave for weeks cooking for those stripy-hat idiots. That sounds awful. You want to know the worst part? There's a perfectly good oven 80 feet to my right, and a shelf of perfectly good ingredients 80 feet to my left. How's that the worst part? This chain is only 40 feet long. Ah, that's rough. I know, right? There I was, fresh out of culinary school, with a million meat idea in my head, and now here I am, 4 feet shy of my dreams, cooking the same pot of soup over and over again. Oh, it's 8 feet, not 80. What million meat idea? You, promised not to steal my idea, right? Yeah, okay. Okay, then, it's a new kind of sandwich, or maybe a taco. So revolutionary that I'm not quite sure where it fits in the whole hand food taxonomy, to be honest. Anyway, in the middle of it, there's a sausage, but it's sausage made from the cheapest possible parts of a pig, ground up so finely that you can't identify him anymore. He's making hot dogs. Okay. And it's served on a long split roll. It's hot dogs, which soaks up the grease so you can't tell how fatty the sausage is. It's a hot dog. And the best part, the name. You ready to hear the name? Sure. I call it the hot dog. Okay. What do you think? It sounds great. He beams. Thanks. Not that any of this even matters. Even if I did get off this chain, there's no point in hanging around in this empty cave making hot dogs just for myself. I don't even like the taste of them. You could set up shop in dirt water. Brilliant! You're a genius, Larry. Hot dogs for sale all day, every day. I'll make a mint. Say, there's an idea. What if I added mint to the sausage mixture? You help him break his chains. He leaves the cave, hauling the oven and shelf full of ingredients, muttering to himself about these sausage recipes. What terror have I unleashed on this world? You know what? Let's see if he set up shop. You forgot the E, good sir. And my savior, good old Larry. Yourself. The sign outside? Yeah, I had to change the name. I tried to file a trademark, and it turns out there's already something called a hot dog. Doug. What is it? Trust me, you don't want to know. I wish I didn't know. Anyway, single letter removed, and I'm in business. Stat boosts. Nice, but not right now. You know what, let's check the store. You discover what is either an open grave or a very deep and rectangular pothole. Jump in and see what you find. Well, if it's a pothole, it must have been here a very long time because you found the remains of an antique traffic accident. Coins, teeth, and a wedding ring. Okay, they definitely say to just sell this. The other two, I guess I could sell. The woman behind you stares at you with a huge grin on her face. She gestured at the goods she's got for sale. Oh, hey, skilled book. I'll have it. This is useless. I think I could use something with this. Actually, some of the stuff I sold is probably crafting materials. I probably shouldn't have, but whatever. Okay, sell this because I already said we're not going to do next mech, so I should get rid of that before I do something stupid. Let's see. I have reduced muscle of all opponents. Small amount of damage to all enemies. Or max AP. I seem to be just fine on AP right now, so they'll save that for later. Let's take the debuff. You sit on a rock and moo repeatedly until you've mastered the techniques in the book. Finally, unleash an earth-shattering moo that destroys the rock you're sitting on. And the book. Oops. I mean, oops. So, let me see. Actually, let me get a reminder of what I was supposed to be doing. Might want to track them down for that. Okay. The goblins Oh, secret recipe back. Okay. Oh, right. The chef. They mean the one that's in the saloon. Actually, what did I need to fix this guy? Okay, I have a needle to pop him open. You pick the lock. You open the hatch and check out the machinery inside. There's obviously something wrong, giving all the plinking and springing and clicking noises coming out of the gears and stuff. Looks pretty complicated. But my stats are more than high enough. I see what's wrong. You recalibrate some springs and rearrange some gears, and the machinery inside starts operating smoothly. Music improves immediately. Nothing to it. Hey, Lloyd. I fixed the piano player for you. So he sounds much better. Thanks a heap, Larry. I'd offer you a free room exchange, but you've already got one. Hey, no worries. I heard you have something interesting back there? Maybe my info's too old. I found a note from some travelers that passed through here about 8 years ago. Oh yeah, that was the previous bartender. He had a little trick he used to offer to show people. It's what got him fired eventually. Senator's wife wasn't amused. What the hell did he do? He rummages around under the bar for a minute, then blows the dust off a tiny piano about 9... Oh! He offered to show his tiny pianist. Here you can keep the piano, so long as you don't ask me about the trick. What does this thing do? No, I guess that's changing the background music. Got the recipe yet? The one my jerk friend Dave J took to his grave? Yeah. Hey, thanks a million. Now my slop will be world famous. I'll only give you a little something for all your trouble. Fell in the slop, but it's still good. That's 3 muscle. What do I have for my hat right now? I think for now I'd rather the armor. Besides, I just think this looks funny. You know what? Let's take a crack at the goblins again. Howdy there, I'm Wandering Sally. Howdy, Sally, I'm Larry. What's your line? Trading. I wander all around these lands, just like it says on the label, and I buy little here and sell little there to make my way. Care to see my wares? Sure. You know what? Kills a whole lot of goblins at once, but it takes a while. I'll take it. One maximum. Okay, this is objectively better, so we'll take it. Because now it's AP and we have a little more armor. Good stuff. Oh, is this permanent? Off to one side of the trail, you spot a tree branch that's perfect height for some giddy-ups, which is what pull-ups are called around here. Okay. You know what? Let's just drop everyone's attack. And stun someone for a turn so I don't take too many hits coming back. Okay, I think we got it this time. Ow. Can they not hit me? That sucks, but it's fine. Can they literally not hit me? Oh, this guy's unusually tough. You won. Guess those goblins should have spent less time standing around here and more time standing around somewhere else that you didn't want to loot. For an invaluable treasure chest cactus. That's a lot of meat. Careful, these things are pointy. What was pointy? Ah, here's what we needed. Your supply of dynamite. I don't have a lockpick. We could hand this in, but I have a feeling that'll send us past the mountain. And before we do that, what's with the circus? Shot rings out and something buzzes past your ear. You quickly dive behind a rock just in case these two things are connected and not just say someone hunting nearby and also there's a bee. Peering carefully around your rock, you eventually spot movement in the underbrush. It's a hunter with an old-fashioned matchlock rifle and a cloak with leaves stuck to it, which is less effective as camouflage as it sounds because all the trees around here are pine trees. You also notice that she's been out here a very long time, which you can infer from the way she is literally a skeleton. Okay. Actually, she's Moxie-based, so it doesn't matter as much. But I can do this. Cargo jeans. These things were out of style before your grandfather was born. That said, they've got a lot little pockets for you to keep bullets and extra gunpowder and stuff in. It's extra pistol attack. Looks like you found the circus these clowns were talking about. A circus. It's like a clown hive. Fortunately, it's not a very big circus. There probably aren't very many clowns. Certainly not enough for an army or invasion force or anything. Still, since it turns out the amount of clowns are a real thing, any number of them could be real trouble. You walk up as nonchalantly as possible so the clown manning clowning the ticket booth won't suspect you know his horrible secret. As you approach, the clown puts on that basically cheerful facial expression that retail employees use when the last thing they want to deal with is a customer, but they're not allowed to say so. Welcome to Barnaby Bob's Perfectly Normal Traveling Circus. Oh, that's a real assuring name. Sideshow, sir, can I help you? I'd like to see the circus, please. Well, you've come to the right place then. But if you want to get inside, you'll need a ticket. I just so happen to have one. Clown looks very surprised. What? How did you... well... Great, good for you, sir. I'll just take that and stamp your hand for re-entry. There we go. Enjoy the show. What about my partner? Partner's getting free. Thanks. I'm gonna regret this. As you enter the circus, the ticket booth shouts, "Welcome to Barnaby Bob's perfectly normal traveling circus sideshow, sir." Again, the most reassuring of names, in a loud and enthusiastic voice. You walk into the circus. Actually, I guess it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. As nonchalantly as possible. There's a bunch of clowns around, working at the booths and so on. More clowns than customers, of which there doesn't seem to be more than a dozen or so. Which is good in that it means the clowns can't disappear you as easily if they figure out what you know, but on the other hand, if things go wrong, your innocent bystanders might get caught in a crossfire. The merry-go-round had dirty canvas tarp over it. Condemned until further notice. We encourage anyone suffering from horse bites to consult the doctor. What? Appears to be a shooting gallery type carnival game. Hello, what we have here's a game for sharp eyes and quick reflexes. Hope you. As an insult, if I suggest one of the other games might be more your speed, but you're welcome to try your luck all the same. They're probably based on the three main stats. That's mysticality, which means... Oh, there's a kid here searching around with a sad look on his face. You okay, kid? Lose your parents? Lost my lucky bottle cap. You haven't seen it, have you? No, but I'll keep an eye. What's it look like? Shiny steel and on a little chain. Okay. This appears to be one of those... Quit disappearing. This appears to be one of those test your strength games where you have to use a big hammer to ring a bell. Oh, howdy there, fella. You look like you've got a good arm on you. There's a game that's right up your alley. What's the game? Simple as can be. Just take this big mallet here and hit that lever under the bell. Ring the bell and you win. Not surprised. Ticket to Barnaby Bob's stage show, which is otherwise sold out. So it's a rare catch. Okay. So hard, extremely hard. I wonder if this is like % chance to succeed or if I absolutely must have 30 muscle. Deep breath and special. Okay, so I need 30 in my main. Where are my stats right now? I actually... Okay, check consumables. Is there anything that would give me some extra, at least one more muscle? I'm actually pretty close to 30 on them all. Get out here and die for your country. Okay, can I get 3 more moxie while I'm at it? Can't have your bare hands because you don't have time for a can opener and eat the meat. Tastes way better than you expected it to. Okay, that's enough for... Can I get 3 mysticality somehow? Can't eat because you're already too full. If I had potions, that'd be spleen. Okay. That's enough to put everything at 30 or higher. Okay, give it a shot. Hit it extremely hard. Pick up the mallet, toss it end over end, catch it a couple of times to test its weight, and casually slam it into the... Ding! I'll be. That's some genuine muscle you got on you, fella. Looks like you're a winner. She'll be starting soon, so don't miss it. I'm guessing it's the same thing for all three, but... Simplest guessing game imaginable. I've got a standard deck of playing cards here. I'll show you all the faces and then turn them back over and start picking cards. You guess what cards I pick and you win. No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to... You don't shuffle them? No, sir. If you can memorize a deck of cards that fast, more power to you. Or if you've got a touch of magic and you want to try reading my mind, that's fine too. Just don't dig too deep. What's the prize? Clown starts picking cards out of the deck and holding them up with the backs to you. You rattle off their names as fast as you can pick them up. He seems genuinely impressed. Remarkable. Practically beginning. Looks like we have a winner. Thanks. So you've already got a ticket, though. As those are limited to one per person, let me give you our other grand prize. Large, well-made plush owl. Do I get something else for test your aim? On the wall behind me, I got a bunch of thick-skinned, underinflated balloons. For 10 meat, I'll loan you a cheap, inaccurate pistol and a pile of badly made ammunition. And your goal is to pop as many of those balloons as you can before the pistol stops working. That's an unusually honest-sounding description. I've discovered making the challenge sound exactly as difficult as it is only makes people more determined to be the one who beats it. Okay, give it a shot. Shoot like a jaguar. Not exactly sure how a jaguar shoots, but presumably it's pretty good. You clear nearly the entire wall of balloons, and the clown looks genuinely impressed. I'll be. Looks like you win. Congratulations on the finest shooting I've seen by a time. And I got a cat. I guess I can go back, do it again for, get a large bear. Yeah, there we go. Clown's presumably selling tickets to the sideshow. Just even wonder the mysterious delights of the sideshow? What do you have in there? Secrets, mysteries, things too weird and disturbing to be witnessed by the light of day. Freaks? Not just freaks. Gosh, how much does it cost? For you, 300 meat. And for everyone else, 300 meat. Okay, I'm in. Disappointed? Event that you are disappointed? No refunds. There you go. The sideshow tent is fairly large and packed with weird things to look at. Like all good sideshows are, a few lanterns are hanging from the ceiling, casting flickering shadows around and making everything look even more eerie. A clown is hanging out in here, presumably to keep an eye on the exhibits. He grins and nods as you enter. And take your time, have a good look around, just remember, no touching. Shelves are filled with jars, and the jars are filled with things. Real weird looking things. You lean in a little closer to inspect the jars. They mostly contain malformed and or mutated animals pickled in formaldehyde. A three-headed kitten, some kind of ferret or weasel with 8 legs, twisted Mobius loop of a snake, out a head or tail. Weird, crazy stuff. One shelf seems devoted to huge, gross, pale grubs, like fat, featureless white worms the size of a sweet potato. One on the end is larger than the others and has shiny black eyes. Something has painted its face in an apparent parody of clown makeup. Yuck. The pasty white face has been painted with little blue triangles over and under its eyes. The creature has a long, thin slash of a mouth and, well, as well. And the area around it has been painted with bright red lipstick. The black eyes flash red as the thing suddenly thrashes in its jar, spitting to face you and stretching its mouth open, revealing rows of yellow shark teeth. Stumble back with a cry of shock. Got you pretty good there, buddy. What is that? Ain't a real creature. It's made of rubber and clay and doll parts and such. Got an electromagnet under the shelf to move it with. Takes a little push button gizmo out of his pocket to show you. Should have seen your face. You jumped right out of your boots. The shelves are displaying a large collection of strangely painted eggs. You see several shelves full of white eggs, each one painted with a unique pattern of colorful shapes. Small clown placards into one of the shelves says, Clown eggs. In circus community, it's traditional for each clown to paint their chosen makeup pattern onto an eggshell. These clown eggs are archived for future reference to ensure that no one chooses a pattern that has already been used. It's considered extremely taboo to wear under a clown's face. I've heard this is real. These must be the eggs of the clowns that work in the circus. You recognize a few of them, like the clown here in the sideshow tent and the ticket seller clown out front. Let's inspect them more closely. Hey, step back, please. No touching. Sorry. Need one of those weird bent mirrors and make you look all crazy. If there weren't enough crazy-looking stuff around here. Your reflection in the mirror is short and squashed looking, folded up like an accordion. Spend a moment moving back and forward in front of the mirror, seeing how the image changed. Kind of amusing. Makes your body look really stretched out and thin. Your limbs twist and writhe like snakes as you move around. It's a bit unsettling, and your muscles ache a little sympathetically. Ugh! This mirror somehow shows what you'd look like in clown makeup. Bloodshot eyes stare back at you from a pasty white face painted with an odd pattern of red triangles. In the flickering lantern light, it almost looks like he winks at you. Besides, based on his attitude, uniquely combining attentiveness and extreme boredom, you assume this clown's job is to keep an eye on the sideshow exhibits. Welcome to the sideshow. Thanks. What's to see in here? Well, down on the left we have collections of spooky warped mirrors. Right here we have an exhibit of clown eggs and pickled punks. And further down to the right is our freak show. Feel free to explore and I'll here if you have any questions. Okay, thanks. This guy is a startling sight even for a circus freak show. His entire head is one enormous eyeball. As you look him over, he stares back at you. Not that he's got much choice. Hi there, I'm Larry. How's it going? Can you talk? Guess not. You move a little to the side and lean over to the ropes to get a closer look at the guy. He's basically just what seems to be a first glance. Have a giant eyeball for a head. You notice two things first, though. First, he has an odd lump at the, well, you would call it the base of his skull if he had one, a sort of crumpled, fleshy mass the size of a fist. With a squint and some imagination, it almost looks like the crushed, shriveled, bestial remains of a human head. The second thing you notice is that his ankles are locked to the legs of his stool, and the legs of the stool are bolted to the floor. Do you blink? Or wink, I guess? Guess not. So, this circus gig, how'd you like it? His hands slowly curve in the fist, and the knuckles turn white with tension. I see. I mean, I understand. This man is neatly dressed, though his suit is a bit threadbare and out of fashion. He's smoking a pipe and leafing through a magazine. Stop to look at him, he nods disbelief. There, welcome to the sideshow. My name is Douglas. Are you Hot Doug? Are you the reason the other guy can't have hot dogs? Hi, I'm Larry. Delighted to meet you. So, what's your deal? Why am I in the sideshow, you mean? Well, yeah, you seem perfectly normal. I'll forthright of you. Of course, it is only natural to wonder. Wait a minute. You said the last bit without moving your lips. Are you a ventriloquist? Not at all. Allow me to demonstrate. He stands up and turns around. His back is the same as his front. That is, his suit has been tailored with two front sides, and he has another face in the back of his head with his hair cut and parted appropriately. Ta-da! As he sits back down, his knees and other joints crack and pop loudly as they reverse themselves. Ah! Douglas winces slightly, though certainly not as much as you'd expect. What in the... Surprising, yes? A bit, yeah, how's that even possible? Douglas shrugs and holds his pipe up to the now back of his head so that his other face can take a puff. Are you... What's the phrase? Siamese twins? Not exactly. It's difficult to describe, I'm afraid. Two minds in one body with two faces? It'd be closer truth to say two instances of the same mind. With, as you say, two faces. You're right, that doesn't make any sense at all. The other face chuckles, and Douglas holds his magazine behind his back. Took some getting used to, that much is quite certain. Were you born like this? I would rather not discuss how I came to be this way, if you don't mind. Okay, sorry, no apologies necessary. Your knees must be a wreck. Surgery was necessary to omit an event in both directions. It sounds worse than it feels, I assure you. Why are you in a sideshow? With a regular suit and a haircut, you could easily pass for normal. I have a contract. Out of the corner of your eyes, you spot a clown making a gesture, but you don't catch what it was. Douglas clears his throat. Plus, well, it's quite a life, you know. Free room and board, travel the world, and you meet such interesting people. Talk to you later. I don't I don't get what I'm looking at. There's a lady here with her head sticking out of a hole in a large metal box. She nods politely to you. Hello there, enjoying the carnival? Well, it's interesting. Yes, I'm sure it is. Can I ask you a question? Certainly. What's your name? I'm Jane, and you? I'm Larry. Nice to meet you. To meet you too, Larry. Why are you in a box? That's a rather personal question, isn't it? Oh, sorry. Only teasing, dear. Would you like to see inside? I am going to deeply regret this, but sure. Janet whistles to signal the clown, and he moseys over. He unlocks the door in front of the box and throws it open with a theatrical flourish. Inside, instead of Jane's pie, you see a tangled, complicated assortment of glass tubes and pipes, ticking clockwork gears and pumps, liquid of various colors, mostly red, sloshing through the tube. A large bellows near the top inflates and begins to slowly deflate. It's amazing! Well, I'll take that as a compliment. Certainly educational, I imagine. The larger tank on the left is my stomach, if you'd like to see what I had for lunch today. I shouldn't, and yet... You watch the various liquids slosh around in their tanks and pipes for a minute. Weird, gross, but indeed educational. You know what makes a human being tick, and how to stop one of them from ticking, come to that. I just got an attack damage buff. Spiffy! How'd this happen? Were you in some kind of terrible accident? Sorry, but I can't talk about that. Of course, sorry. It must be a painful memory. He calmly her coming from Poe's face creases very slight grimace as she shoots a sidelong glance at the clown. Yes. So, this is what happens to people the clowns take, I'm guessing. Well, it was nice to meet you. Ah! And it's making noise. Hot food, cold drinks, tepid candy. Okay. The clown here is selling rubber toy balloons. You notice that he's watching you, and then he notices that you've noticed, and he smiles and pulls his balloons at you enticingly. How do you make them float like that? If he says they all float, and he says they all float. Okay. How much are they? For you, just 30 meat. What colors do you have? Well, take a look. Red, they're all... Yes, we will take the red balloon. This is obviously a great idea. It's red. What else I can do for you? Can you tell me more about your circus? Really, it's more of a carnival, but let's not split hairs. Ho! What would you like to know? What's your traveling plans? This place you set up is kind of out of the way. What are your plans? Haven't decided yet. That's why we set down somewhere a bit more rural. Keep things relatively quiet while we scout around, get the lay of the land and all. Where'd you travel from? Was your previous stop interesting? Oh, northwest-ish. It was a little hole-in-the-ground kind of place. You wouldn't have heard of it. Oh, I bet it was a hell of a location. Why is everyone working here a clown? Oh, it's traditional. When the, what do you call them, rodeos stopped being put on, the rodeo clowns took other jobs at circuses and carnivals. Over the years, it just became the normal thing for carnies to be clowns. It's, community, you might say. Who's this Barnaby Bob guy? Oh, the boss is a real famous showman, though I'm not surprised you wouldn't have heard of him around here. Got an eye like a hawk, and he's a real whiz with those knives of his. Don't miss his show. It's a real highlight of the carnival. Okay, see you around. Step right up, Bella. Step right up. Try one of the world's newest candy sensations. What is it? Cotton candy, the finest in several senses of the word. Spun sugar, coated, created through a revolutionary process. It's so light and sweet and fluffy, it's like eating butterfly dreams and kitten wishes. So it isn't actually made of cotton? What? No, cotton is indigestible, no matter how much chocolate you cover it with. You tried, didn't you? Yep, found that out the hard way, didn't you? How do you make it? That's a metal box with a wide funnel coming out the top. Well, machine right here. Can't tell you how it works much as I'd like to brag. It's a trade secret. You invented it? Not as such. A couple dentists down south were the first one. Dentists? Go figure. But after hearing about it, I managed to figure out how it works. Made a few improvements with my designs, too. Now I'm really curious. Sorry, fella. These secrets in the box for no eyes but my own. Happy to sell you some cotton candy, though. How much does it cost? Just 300 feet. Never mind. let's just go to the sideshow and... No, we did the sideshow. We want to go to the tent and make my life a living hell. Regarding the entrance to some sort of stage. Stage showing till later. When? Later. Yeah, but when exactly? Later. Okay, jeez. Mostly God doesn't even want you to go in there. This clown here is selling rubber toy balloons. Wait, where's the same clown before? Looks identical. I'm following you around. Weren't you on the other side of Midway just now? Nope, that's just the other balloon guy. We just dress alike and use the same face paint. Did we fool you? He grins, gives you a bit of an exaggerated wink. I see. You're not supposed to repeat patterns, it's the same guy. For now, I think we've done all we can here. Oh, hey, there's a thing here. But I can't take it for now. Alright, let's go hand over the TNT and see what happens. Oh, found Wandering Sally again. Not right now. Any luck finding your supply of dynamite? The passengers are getting restless. Yep, here you go. Good, perfect. This'll do the trick just fine. Hang back for a bit while I get fellas to set up charges, and I'll let you do the honors. Smee consults with the other workers, and they inspect the rocks for a time. Eventually, one of them shrugs, pushes the whole crate of dynamite up next to the rocks, and wires up a detonator. Alright, let her rip. Wait, don't you have a longer detonator cable? Nope. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Just give me a 3 count before you hit the plunger so I have time to get under the train. Great. The hell is that thing? There's a very large and very angry looking thing? Guy? Standing here? Apparently it's a little peeved at having a year's supply of dynamite blown up next to its butt while it was sleeping. How are you going to handle this? I have 20 muscle. We're just going to pulverize it. You crack your knuckles, take a deep breath, and aim your strongest haymaker at the rock monster. Your punch blows open a pressure caused by the dynamite, and skating fault lines crisscross the creature's surface. A roar of anger and pain, it explodes into fine gravel. Heck yeah. Welcome to the gun show. I think I just skipped a boss fight. Cool! That's a fine day's work as I've ever seen. Much obliged, friend. We'll be getting the rest of this track laid down and head out now. Here, I'll mark our route on our map for you in case our paths happen to cross again. Oh, I bet they will. Thanks, but can I just ride a train? Got a ticket? Just kidding, of course you don't. Every seat on this train sold out. Sorry, boss. Reigns of your triumph over that crazy rock pile slash guy. Wait. Yeah. Nothing to do here. You discovered a new map location, Reboot Hill. Oh, well, let's just go ahead and go check it now. You know, we're right about in the middle of the territory. Back when the cows came home, this is right about where the first reports came out. Like, ground zero? Yep, there's a big ranch. The first one to go. Seems like an obvious place to check out. Yeah, sure. Am I forgetting about anything? Around Dirtwater, see if anybody needs any help. Thanks for the reminder. Don't worry, it's just paint. This is a very large graveyard. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful. I can't remember. Can't remember at all. Let's start at the beginning, okay? You see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith boys, and after that they each had 5 daughters of their own. Unfortunately, I outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh, yes, in fact, I died here in this graveyard, where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. No problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So, what did you forget? I brought a bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave. I can't remember which of them was my favorite. So ashamed I can't bear to leave until I've remembered. I see. Well, maybe I can help you figure it out. Thank you. I'd appreciate that. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? I'm certain her first name ended in a vowel. Okay. I remember I was 40 when she was born. Oh, no, 37? Was it 42? Must have been somewhere in that range at least. Let me get Notepad open. Okay. Ends in a vowel. Lucy Pack grave. Cover of the coffinette was apparently delivered by mail because it still has the address printed on it. Either this is a joke about somebody going to... Or either that or this was a joke about somebody going to Hellstrom Ranch after they die. I'm thinking we're going for... Hmm. What I'm trying to puzzle out is, are we looking at Smiths or Becky Smiths? It's probably Becky's. There seems to be less of them. Actually, wait. Granddaughter. So we want a Smith that's not next to any Becky Smiths. So that leads these two out. These are no good. Could be Penelope. Or Lenore. The other problem is I don't know what they think the current year is. Yep. How far back do we go? Weems are reasonably sure he's dead. Got him coming and going. Drowned in a whiskey barrel that he would have It's what he would have wanted. Ground seems reasonably soft. Got some decent whiskey. Old Dead Tom. Took us a long time to get around to this. Ew. Red Deeks. Couldn't remember the rhyme about which snakes are poisonous. The ground here seems reasonably soft. Got a cure for poison. Died as he lived, screaming. First lady bicyclist to ride off a cliff. It's probably an adept lesson in why you don't do that. These boots are made for riding, but not the kind of riding you're probably thinking of. Mentor of the external combustion engine, ow. It's the remains of a picnic. Why would somebody have a picnic here? Professional sword swallower. Ow. Dynamite Jim Fresca. All the bits we could find. This tombstone is big and fancy and has a door on the front. So what happens when I open the door? Inside is a document and a weird little metal object. Read the document. The document describes a tontine, the burial wishes of Chet Sterling, and a weird sequence of letters. BTLITR. Let's just note that. Huh. And take the object. You pick up the object. It looks like a piece of a broken key. We don't need a document right now. I can't open this. I'd need safe cracking and lockpicking to finish this. Ran for mayor, right off a cliff. It's bound to run out sooner or later. You slap radish. Ate too many wasps. embroidered herself to death. That one guy. You know the one, yeah, him. Most strikingly rat-faced man any of us had ever seen. Dennerita Mickelson. Tried to eat a live eagle on a dare. Yeah, that would knock out some teeth. Skeleton doesn't seem particularly threatening, apart from being a general reminder of your own mortality. Hello, who are you? Name's Bernard, but shh, we're your voice still hear us. Ooh, the cultist? Shh, yes! Not a fan? They're reanimating dead people's skeletons. I don't want to be reanimated. It sounds horrible. Can you imagine having to walk around without your skin on? How embarrassing. Not to mention cold. Sure, well... Plus, I mean, dying's hard enough. Who wants to come back to life just when they got used to being dead, right? I can see that. Plus, can you do something? I don't want them to find me. Okay, I'll let you know when it's safe. Great, thanks. I'll just hang out here until the coast is clear. Should we tell him? Can we tell him? Oop, went too far. I'm gonna say it's someone who died in, like, maybe the 50s. No, they're the same length, so no good. Not you. Oh wait, it was born, right. And I figured that's going to be about 1830s, 1840s. Right. Okay, it's going to be closer to 1830 to 18... maybe the early 40s, so... Could be Fidelity. No, here it is. Could be Melissa. Well, let me try out the other M's while I'm here. Okay, so I screwed this up. Let's go check the ranch. There's a deep, gravelly exhalation of breath behind you, and you realize you've been ambushed by a hell cow. Big un, too. Well, that sucks. Okay. Susie just got stronger. Hey, free needle. Bookshelf is mostly burnt. Burnt leather working manual. Teaches you how to make things out of infernal cowhide. You read the book from charred leather cover to charred leather cover. Nice. After you're done reading it, you understand the book itself is bound in valuable leather. You tear it apart so you can make something else from it. Alright. Make something out of thick leather. Ooh, this looks like it could be good. And this is armor and melee attack, but a little extra armor and a lot more muscle sounds really useful. Reading this will attract the attention of at least one infernal cow. Oh, why not? You know what, if it's that weak, we'll just... Moo, because I want to see what she learned. Nothing yet, huh? You prep your skinning knife, but all useful hide bursts into flame and withers away before you get a chance to collect anything. So easy carves another notch. It's a portal to hell! You hear ominous mooing. The only part of the shed that didn't burn was part of this horseshoe was attached to. Guess it really is good luck. What the heck is that? Oh, thank God, that's gotta be what? That's where the cows came home from. How do you know? I just know. Look at this place. Look at the damn thing. It's like someone went and tore a hole in nothing. What the hell else could it be? Guess we better check it out. That is a noise. I'm forgetting about anything? Old style military camp report, all dead. No, let's go ahead and double check that real quick. Actually, let's go to the railroad camp because it's right here. Pass by a pile of old bones. When you stop to examine them, they assemble into a skeleton. Just a regular old skeleton with nothing special about it, except for the fact that it's attacking you. Now that I think about it, that isn't particularly special. Gee, what a humdrum encounter. You know what, I'll just go slug this guy and be done with it. Oh. Okay. I think my muscle's gone so high that I took a lot of armor and I have really high muscle, which affects defense, so I don't get hurt easy. What's the problem now? I was just watching and started eating jelly beans? What you got there? Jelly beans? Yep. Can I have one? Oh. Where'd you get them? Little way south of here from a fellow named Roy Bean. Discover a new map location. Roy Bean's House of Justice and Jelly Beans. Thanks. One of those pay telescopes for tourists. This one was designed by a promising young artist named Edward Munch. You pay your meat and look through the telescope at the big canyon. Sure is big. Take quite a bridge to get across that thing, that's for sure. Howdy, Smee. Stuck again. Yep, got ourselves one hell of a canyon to get across and no materials for bridge building. Any ideas? There's an old mine town up north called Redwood. They opened a lumber camp after the mines dried up. If you can deal with them for the lumber we need, I can handle the engineering side of things. Okay, where is it? Of course, anything you find to build a bridge out of is fine by me, but it seems like the simplest option. I'll see what I can do. Or goblin chef out harvesting produce, by which I mean knocking lumps off a cactus. Gives you some real side eye when it sees you. Let's try to talk. Okay, let's just leave it be. Why is that horse walking? There's a ranch out this way, one by named Alexandria. Not that I got much hope for her still being alive. Come on, Susie, keep your chin up. No, it's fine. Long as we put a stop to this. Redwood. Heard about this place, but it anything much good. Maybe we want to get me lumber and be on our way. Yeah. Redwood. Mayo. Your selection of library books. This table has no mail on it. Missing mail. The last batch of mail never made it here. Overdue book. One of the library's 4 books were checked out and never turned back in. Stalled logging permit. Whole swaths of forest are still standing and we can't chop them down. She's soup shortage. The town's soup kitchen doesn't have any soup in it. Skeletons everywhere. Skeletons keep wandering into town and poking people in the eye. Ow. Missing yeast. The town's entire stock of yeast was stolen by the Yeasty Gang. Really? We're not going to call them the Yeasty Boys? We're not? Prop Bread Bank. The town's bank was cleaned out by the Baker Boys. Here's a note at the bottom. Last time a mayor let this list get over 3 items, we chased him out of town with his red stick nailed to the top of his head. Yikes. Mayor Larry Scott, here on behalf of the Manifest Destiny Railroad Company. We need to build a bridge in a hurry, so I'm here to cut a deal with you for the lumber. Right, I believe we can scrape together that much wood. What sort of down payment are you offering? Oh, I sort of expected you just bill us. You want that much lumber with no payment up front? Are you serious? I can probably offer you free train rides. I do enjoy a nice train ride, but that deal would be a real problem, and I've already got 7 problems to worry about. Oh. The mayor glances at the list of problems posted on the wall, and paces around nervously. Okay, I'll help. Welcome any assistance you can offer. Last batch of mail never got here. We don't know if something happened to the mailman or what. Go talk to Reginald in the bunkhouse. He used to be a mailman, so I can tell you where to start your search. Got it. On one hand, it's modern convenience. On the other hand, it's got 0 privacy. And we can flush it. Take that, toilet! Wash up for some XP. Very focused on his beard growing. Yeah, are you? Name's Larry Scott. Mayor's got me investigating some missing mail. Said you could give me a line on where to start looking. Oh, yeah, alright. I gave up being a mailman a couple of years ago, but I doubt they've changed the system much. All the mail I had here used to go through a way station just southwest of here. I'll mark it on your map. Thanks. Why do I keep doing this when I get to fast travel whenever? It says Postal Service property. No trespassing. We're doing it anyway! Stack of old newspapers. Letter to Roy Bean. Blank postcard. Old newspaper. So I removed all the funnies, so there's literally no reason to care about them. This cabinet is full of maps, so you have no idea what any of them mean. You can ask about a post office in Dirtwater. Yeah, maybe. Big map of the whole region with lots of confusing little annotations on it. You don't even want to know what bureaucratic processes were involved in the placement of this outhouse. Is it really an outhouse if it's indoors? really more an in-house at this point. Let's check the ranch because it's nearby. Can't harvest. That's a load of bull. No way past these cows except through these cows. Beef up. Move for extra funsies. Used to be an undestroyed bookshelf, but not anymore. Diary of Alexandria. Heap of smoldering rocks. Books are wrecked, volumes are ruined, tomes are kaput. Ah! Skill buck! It's a solid steel vault door. Is it a very short vault, or is it, like, buried in the ground or something? It's half of a cannonball. The front half. Picked up a cannonball, inspect it. There's an inscription that you can mostly read. It says a cannonball came from Fort Treason, and it's got the address stamped right into the surface. Bombardment was done by the army. It smells like gunpowder. You flip through the diary, most of it uneventful, describing the life of a woman who likes books and isn't interested in much else. Ends with a passage about soldier from the nearby fort warning her about some kind of danger he wouldn't specify. So she moved her most valuable books to the cellar and took the ordinary precautions, e.g. boarding up the windows and not leaving the house at night. Turns out it wasn't much good against cannonballs. So what can I learn now? One, two, three, haymaker. I'm starting to use a good bit of AP now, so let's get a bit more before I start learning new skills. Study the situational awareness techniques so you can read them with the eyes in the back of your head. Then you shoot the book into pieces because you don't trust it or anything else anymore. That book had it coming. Well, it's right here, so let's go to Fort Treason. We found a military cemetery. Later. Cannon. Look at the cannon. It's a fine cannon. Insert your cannonball. You look through the rangefinder on the cannon, but you can't see any indication of anything you want to shoot at. You decide not to waste a ball. Seems rational. Over to leaving for some food. Trauma kits, very useful. We got a diary. And a saber. Oh, that's why I'm hitting so hard against the cows. I get bonus damage against them. Private Lemon's diary is pretty dry and not very interesting. Just a list of day-to-day duties of a straight-laced soldier up in the hills without anything to fight. Towards the end, though, it starts to mention their commanding officer, Captain Simon, becoming increasingly agitated and convinced that a nearby ranch was being used as a spy outpost. Lemon doesn't sound convinced, but as one annoyingly vague entry puts it, orders are orders. Last few entries have to do with dissent in the ranks and the possibility of mutiny, the thought of which Lennon abhors. The rest of the pages are blank. This must have been where they stored all the fire. Go ahead and check the cemetery. Since your horse is smart enough to automatically follow the trail without much micromanagement, you have some time in your hands. Might be an opportune chance to practice those sweet pistol spinning moves the big-name gunfighters use. And I have the stats for it, so... practice spinning your pistol around your finger for a while, and even manage a couple of hand-to-hand passes. And you only accidentally fired once! And didn't hit anything important! What constitutes not important? Burial pots, eternal flame. It's the caretaker's shanty. Poke around in the shed. The caretaker appears to have been shirking his duties for quite a while, judging by the dust and cobwebs. Look at tools. Well, too singular. There's a shovel here. Since you already have a shovel, you leave it alone. It's not like you'd be able to dig twice as fast. True. Look under the chair. Like all chairs owned by one guy, it has years' worth of lint and food crumbs underneath it. You scope out the desk. It's covered with old paint-splattered newspapers and features a large collection of tiny jars of paint, as well as a jar of finely tipped brushes, a can of thinner, and a stack of history books. Huh. Check out the flyers tacked to the wall. You find a flyer for a military reenactment enthusiast society. Apparently they meet regularly at Fort Memoriam. Maybe that's where the caretaker went. And there's nothing else to see. Hey! Dude, that's just rude. Caution, do not touch eternal flame. Apparently cooking over it's okay, though. Is this burning an eternal flame? Yes. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that. We'll just fight it. Probably overkill in a lot of cases, but beef up into moo is just... it's putting the stat game heavily in my favor. Short-lived and uninteresting. Beyond the gates stand countless rows and columns of tombstones. Well, they're not actually countless. I've counted them, and there are 999 of them. You can visit an individual plot by number if you'd like. '69th, and you had... It's like it knew I was going to do that. This grave doesn't bear any telltale marks of necromantic interference. You make it down to the coffin and find a lockbox, which you open. So, out of curiosity... 42. There's 42. Drive. You put your ear to the ground. It's quiet. The soldier buried here apparently hadn't been reanimated yet. Dude had a gold skull. I think this meme is younger than this game, but we do it anyway. Plot... Oh, nope. Plot 420 is completely overgrown with mushrooms. You root around in the loose roomage and find a book. Coincidentally, it's a book about mushrooms. Past and pharmacologist. You can identify useful or dangerous mushrooms. Okay. How do you finish reading the book? You automatically misplace it while musing about mushrooms. So what's the very last one? The soldier buried here is making a lot of noise. You know what? I bet if I beef up, I can just hit him and be done. Nope. Okay. You beat the skeleton and stuff what's left of it back into a grave hole. Okay, one more obvious me number I can throw in. What's at 666? Next to that tombstone, you find a pedestal with a leather-bound book on top of it. Looks evil. You better grab it for somebody else. Again, we're not messing with next mechs. Besides, I'll lose my partner if I do that. As we go down to the fort. Fire aboves. That's a problem. I think... I'm not sure that's going to do much about their damage, but we'll see. Back here, let's just lasso one to slow him down a bit. Yeah, we're dead. And that's the end of day one. You wake up next morning in your bed. Susie must have carried you back here after you got knocked out. You're a little sore, but not otherwise any worse for wear. You are pretty hungry, though. And sober. Yeah, so... you get a little angrier every time you get knocked out. If it ever beats your grit, you hit the next day. And all those food buffs I took, all those food buffs I took, they're gone now. As is the bonuses I had from getting increasingly angry. Case in point, I went from almost 30 in all stats to mostly just having decent muscle. When we're never attacked by cows. Kellogg Ranch. Oh, right. We should go hand in the mail. You know what? Yeah. Didn't you have something that teaches lockpicking? No. Actually, that might have been at the store here. Binoculars. Yeah, it looks like he's in a lot of pain. Sure, my leg is broken, so no. What happened? Traffic accident? No, it just sort of broke all of a sudden. Guess I didn't get enough vitamins or whatever. Good nutrition can be difficult in this day and age. I'm going to need some medicine for this. Can you help me? Sure. Mission up north. Thorns are a little hospital and sell medical supplies. Can you get me some broken leg pills? Okay. No. We might as well get this done. You have a run-in with the worst smelling snake you've ever seen. Basically a cartoon stink line come to life. Hold your nose and fight it. Gosh, a real-life nun. Yes, I'm Sister Tabitha. Mary Scott, what's with the cots? Well, what with the cow attacks and so on, I felt my faith would be better served by running this place as a clinic rather than just a church. I also sell medical supplies if you'd like your healing to go. Need any errands run or anything? Funny you should ask. I've been experimenting with the healing properties of purple grass that grows near here, but I've run out. Would you mind picking some for me? It grows near a cave that makes an unusual humming sound. Yeah, well, let's do that first. Okay. Susie gets a little stronger. That's good. Huh. These rocks are weirdly organized. Snaking going past without a struggle. Struggle it is then. What is that thing? What? Also, did I just hear the item get theme from Metroid on Banjo? That looks dangerous. It's dark. A weird device. You got a strange stone arrow. Looks like there was a huge cave in at some point. An object made out of strange stone-like material, shot through with channels of smooth black glass. So, on the professor's house, but we'll get to that in a moment. We're heading past it, so we'll stop at the professor's house. Old boat out in the middle of the desert. If it's for a beach, you could call it beach, but you can't call it deserted because there's someone in it. There's someone in a skeleton wearing a helmet with horns on it. She looks pretty bored and is idly polishing the head prow of her ship. You think maybe she's been here for a very, very long time indeed. Bully her emotionally. Hey, skeleton. Everyone you ever know and cared about is long dead. You're a relic of a forgotten past trapped in a future that doesn't care. Your race doesn't even credit for discovering this continent. Skeleton looks upset and eventually throws a bone at you before climbing into the vault to sulk. The beeping machine leads you to a ramshackle house in the middle of the desert. These books are so boring, it's a wonder the shelf isn't full of holes. Lights that live in your eyelashes seem to be getting along just fine. Your toilet flushing muscles are in fantastic shape. This device doesn't seem to be operational, unless its function is to do nothing. The dresser contains 10 instances of the exact same shirt and 20 identical socks. Excuse me, name's Larry. What? Oh, I didn't recognize you coming in. I'm not used to visitors, but folks generally call me the professor. Is there something I can do for you? Well, I found this beeping gizmo, and I sort of followed the beeping, and it led me here. Well, certainly led you to the right place, young man. This is El Vibrato technology, and I happen to be as much an expert as anybody alive today. What now? El Vibrato. There was an ancient race that lived here long before humans. Well, they mostly lived underground, so they might still be living, as far as I know. Never seen a peep of an actual person, though. Just the machines left behind. Were they space aliens? Could be aliens, or genius pre-humans, or an entirely different terrestrial... Excuse me. AV? You okay back there? What's up with getting all chatty? You good? At this stage of investigation, it's impossible to say. Isn't it exciting? Here, let me have a closer look at your beeping gizmo. As I suspected, it's one of their transponders. Detects other vibrato technology and homes in. You see, that'll be why it led you here. I've got a thing I've been trying to repair. He tinkers around a bit and with the transponder for a bit, and then plugs a strange stone marble to a socket in it. There you go. Good as new. Just swipe her up or down to turn it on or off. Swipe. Now I gotta warn you, this device will lead you to abandoned hill vibrato technology, but it might also attract unwanted attention. From what? From the El Vibrato technology. You'll see what I mean. Just be careful. Okay. You know, now that I think about it, you've arrived at a perfect time. In order to get anywhere further with my research, I need more samples of El Vibrato tech, but searching for it eats up all the time I could be using. Research it. Ah, I get you. Right, you're the adventuresome type, so bring me back whatever devices you find, and if I can get them up and running, that'll benefit both of us. Right, deal. Great, first priority will be to get my keystone fabricator running. They lock their doors and things with these little stone alloy blocks, see? If we can make our own, that'll open a lot of doors for us. Literally and figuratively. Alright, so what do we need? Components aren't rare, at least as far as priceless ancient technology goes. Bring me, about 5 handfuls of scrap. Should be able to salvage the last parts I need from that much. Gotcha. Map annotated with circles and lines. Oh yeah, I gotta hand the pills in. Fight the skeleton, it's free XP. Oh, I could just slug this guy. You're able to get some broken leg pills about them. I'm just stuck sort of lying here in the street. Yeah, here you go. Like a new man again. Or at least the same man with a new leg. But go drink some milk or something, okay? The professor told you how to turn this thing off. Do you want to shut down? No. Let's let it run. You know what? We're here, and I think we're far enough along we could do the DLC. Ride a ghostly carriage back to Gun Manor? Hell yeah. What the heck am I looking at? It's a lady carrying some weird equipment. Excuse me, do you work here? No. Can't find any employees in the gift shop either. I haven't even started this job yet, and it's already a pain in my neck. What's wrong? Can't get inside. Mrs. Gunn hired me to come out here and deal with a bunch of spooks at the place. I can't do that if I can't even get in the front door, though. Are you here to bust ghosts? Because spooks like ghosts? Exactly. Like that. Yep. 13 of them, according to my instruments. Florence Cunningham Ghost Annihilation Services. That's me. Interesting. What do you annihilate them with? Science! I was going to guess that weird kind of rifle-looking contraption you're carrying. Yes, it shoots science! Who's Miss Gunn? Never heard of Terry Gunn? Should I have? Well, I would think so. She's a pretty famous inventor. You've got her best-known invention hanging right there on your belt. She invented belt buckles? Guns. She invented guns. Oh. What's wrong with the front door? The front door? Well, it's locked. No, not locked. No. So what's the problem? Okay, see, I'm a ghost hunter. I ain't a spider hunter. I don't hunt spiders at all. And there's a huge, gross, hairy, fangs-ruling giant spider in the foyer. So until I either find another way in or find someone else to take care of the spider hunting side of the biz, I'm staying right the frig out here, okay? I can see you feel very strongly about this. I do! Well, maybe I can help you. Hey, that'd be swell. You know, you look reasonably tough and or wily. Why don't we team up? I'll handle ghosts, you can handle things that aren't ghosts. Okay, let's go. Roger, copy. It's Larry, actually. It's informative plaque about the hedge maze. The Gun Manor hedge maze was erected in 1888 for the entertainment of guests and the family's then 2 daughters. Come play with us. You are welcome to meander its paths, though we recommend caution during the winter. Below that is a handwritten note. Actually, we recommend staying out altogether because some crazy wizard moved in and has been animating the shrubs. Weird. You try to handle the front door. It doesn't seem locked, but some kind of force is holding it shut. Yeah, some ghost is playing tricks on you because they know you ain't packing science! Stand back, I got this. Florence unlimbers her weird rifle and fires a short burst of swirling light into the doorknob. You hear an eek sound from inside and the door swings open. Yeah, works every time. Oh, there's the spider. It doesn't seem that scary. A small, non-threatening spider. Oh, hey, new battle theme for the DLC. I'm gonna sit here a little. Okay. See, that wasn't so bad. Easy for you to say. Yes, let's make it dark. Never mind. It's a newfangled electronic intercom system. The intercom is making an annoying humming and crackling noise. Press the talk button. Hello? Just hell. Ah! Ghost just said hell at me. Spooky. Pretty sure it's not a ghost. The intercom's just busted. Try again. Who is it? Miss Gunn? No, Mrs. Get. Oh man, that would have been a pretty good joke if the intercom wasn't broken. Would it? Try again. Miss Gunn, do you know your intercom is broken? Yep. Up my is Are we just gonna have to do the old vaudeville gags all day? What do you mean old? It's 1895. Vaudeville is at its peak. Miss Gunn, we're here about the ghost extermination you requested. Well, one of us is and the other is just generally adventuresome. Can we have a word? I can't quite make out what you're saying. Come up to the 3rd floor. Alright, this is floor it is then. What? It's cold as Federal Grant Administrator's heart in here. I wonder what's causing this. I think it's, you know, all that ice. Nah, you got it backwards. The ice couldn't be here if it wasn't cold to begin with. That's science. Maybe the house's heat got shut off somehow. Better see if there's a furnace or boiler or something. It'd probably be in the basement. Alright, let's have a look around. The whole left half of the house is filled with ice. I can't go there. Radiator is cold as a radiator is when the boiler isn't working. Rat, sit. Huh, this work sure has strange taste in art. Self from the science thoroughfares. It's a tea cart laden with tea things. You liberate the tea service from its cart. The door is barred. Move the bar from the door and hurl it out a nearby window. Where? Go through the door. Look at all those spiders. I'm just gonna stand over here and hyperventilate a little. You go ahead, and if you need anything, feel free to come back over here and tell me about. Fine, fine. It's a box of old photos. They're photos of boring-looking people you don't recognize. A Plotco lock, huh? Like for us, I have a key for every model they make. 917 locks the door. Oh, hey, a lab. Check it out. Lawrence starts excitedly poking around the workbenches and shelves. They must have been doing some really good science down here. I don't even recognize half this stuff. Okay, well, like, don't accidentally blow us up or anything. Relax. I have an advanced degree in tinkering and fiddling. You assume that these 3 boxes all contain the same thing, but don't know what it is. The workbench is littered with scrap metal and little canisters labeled bismuth. Do not eat. There's a chart with all 76 elements on it, including boron, tantalum, and beryllium. You left room for the ones that haven't been discovered yet, like osmium, coolnium, and clogon. It's a workbench with a device on it. This device clearly has a purpose, but you can't fathom what it is. Maybe that blueprint on the wall there could help you. Mysticality, and I'm only 1 short, so... There we go. Now I can read it. Try to figure it out. Aha! It's a device for reducing the loudness of gunfire. A silenter, if you will. Look over the tools on the bench. You can definitely make a silenter here. First thing you'll need is a 1.2337-inch diameter cylinder. Maybe a tin can would work. You also need some stuffing to pad out the inside of the can. That's going to be tricky to find. Maybe later then. Gunsmithing tools and supplies. The worst gun. Who's got 2 thumbs and is lucky they haven't been shot off because of this inexpertly constructed gun? You. It literally does only 1 damage. You don't really know much about gunsmithing, so you just kind of randomly cram pieces together until you have something gun-shaped. Cabinet full of first aid supplies. Aid yourself. Cool. Hey, what's this? It's a box of science stuff. Box of science doohickeys. This is a box of various glass tubes and coils of wire and little vials of chemicals and whatnot. What horrors lurk inside this thing? Double silk pantaloons. Moxie, I don't really use that. Big can of paint with a brush thing on it. Paint something on the wall. You're still not sure why you decided to paint that. These tires aren't going to let you pass without a fight. I see no point in buffing or anything. This is going to be easy. Maybe I didn't need to hold off on this DLC. The good news is that there's only 1 spider. The bad news is that it is huge. Contain its hide despite its size. I mean, it's only got 11 HP, so... Spider egg omelet. Looks like a spider's egg got scrambled up and cooked somehow while you were fighting it. You're not sure where the plate came from, though. The pie safe is really working overtime, what with all the spiders. Oh, ew. Whatever used to be in this pie has been replaced with a teeming swarms of offspring of the spider who ate it. Vague memories of the spider bake sale in Undertale. Okay, this is just ridiculous. Slightly annoying. And short work of these long-legged spider nasties in a medium amount of time, too. Oh geez, somebody's trapped in this cocoon. It's a mannequin? Boy, that spider must have been super disappointed. Why was it moving? It's a creepy mannequin. What's here? It's a coal chute. I'm not going to go up that. Seems like this machine is designed to suck up coal and send it through the wall, but then again, you're no expert in matters of coal. Or sucking. You holler for Florence and she comes right over to you. Whoa, Nelly, hold on a sec. That's a ghost. Those things are dangerous. I wasn't expecting to see any of these here. What? You're a ghost hunter, and you're here specifically to hunt ghosts. No, that's just ghosts. This is a ghost, all caps. A greater haunt originating from spectral transmissions. Totally different from a ghost. Except for the name, you mean. Anyway, those things can be pretty tough. Heck, I knew I should have brought a bismuth bomb. A what bomb? Bismuth. Sort of silvery metal that screws with spectral energy. My iron does with magnetic energy. Huh. So, where do we have this bomb? Bismuth. Normally I just make them myself in my lab. Well, so much for that idea then. Will that workbench we fired earlier might have the stuff I'd need? Okay, let's... That is quite the walk I've got going. Wait, I didn't open this? I can't. According to my weird instruments, there are 13 ghosts left in press. More precisely, there are 4 left on the first floor and 4 left on the second, 5 on the third. Here, have some science junk. Oh, uncoded diode. Neat. Florence attaches one of the science doohickeys she gave her to her weird backpack. Nice. Hey, the one problem I have with it is that all her hammers are metric. Wait, what? Right, but generally speaking, if I need a hammer, it means things are going pretty far south. So, let's listen to that. You've done enough damage here. Bismuth. Do not need. Hey, Florence, can you make a quick bomb out of this stuff? Bismuth! Come on, man. It says it right in the containers. Fine. Can you make it, though? Hell yeah, I can. Just stand back and watch a master at work. Stand back. Florence goes to town with a hammer and pliers and comes back with a metal spear. It has a grinning skull painted on it and a big red button on the side. Well, that's properly intimidating, at least. And it ain't just a pretty face. This is a bomb which Florence assures you is a safe unless you're a coal-based phantasm, and you're not one of those as far as you know.
Groovy.
Okay, let's go deal with the ghost. Holds up the bomb and gives you an excited look. Okay. Great, better cover your ears and eyes and... Well, just cover your entire head. Give her a rip. Big old cart. Push it. There's coal under the weird machine now, so everything should be ready to go when... Go with whatever the weird machine does. No. Yes. This hole contains approximately an infinite number of spiders, which means I could just do this. Someone's been cocooned by the spiders. Horrifying. Hey, you okay in there? What? I can't understand you. Hang on, I'll poke you a mouth hole. There. There, you were saying? Hi, hello, salutations. Hey, you okay? I've certainly been better. What happened? I was practicing my greetings. I'm the museum greeter. That's something that requires a lot of practice. Practice makes perfect, right? There's an old mannequin down here that's pretty good for practicing on. We've met. Anyway, a bunch of giant spiders grabbed me from behind. It was quite a surprise. I'd imagine so. Should probably get back to work. It would be right to allow visitors to go ungreeted. Can you let me out of the cocoon? Sure. You cut up the sticky cocoon, freeing the trapped museum greeter. You can get out through the coal chute down the hall. Great. Stop by the entrance layer. I'll give you the official museum greeting. Boiler's off, but the coal tank is full. All you need to do now is press the ignition button. Boiler clatters to life as a tank full of coal begins to burn. There's a little spigot here. Pour a little bit of boiling water into their floor, making hot mud. It's a creepy mannequin from before. Practice greeting it. What's up? Hey, what's cracking? How's it going? Hi there. Goodbye. Oh, whoops. Guess it does take some practice after all. That's enough. It's really out of curiosity. Huge amount of food in various stages of decay. Maybe someone's trying to start a compost heap? That'd be a charitable explanation anyway. Smells like coal, but empty. Remains of a coal delivery man. His bones are charred, and as though he were burned in some kind of coal man stove. Well, I have the carriage house key. We're in the hedge maze. We don't want to be here right now. Turning on the boiler solved the rice problem. My scientific hypothesis has been proven correct. But we didn't have direct evidence to connect nice to. Don't you try and pull a post hoc ergo propter hoc on me. I'll shoot you with my science rifle. In that case, I totally agree with you. Let's hunt us some ghosts. Heck yeah. Painting of an elephant. A painting of an elephant would love this. Here's a ghost here mumbling and muttering and yammering something about eggs. Let's interpret. Hang on a second. You tried to poach an egg by shooting it? Dangum, yes, that's what I did. Heck, of course I did. That's how you poach an egg. Pappy didn't raise no fool. But working our egg rolled out of the way and the bullet ricocheted off the cook pot and got me right between the peepers. Dang 'em. That's not how you poach an egg. What are you talking about? Why are you talking out of your head like that? Of course it is. No, it isn't. Well, me and my Pappy and his Pappy have been poachers all our lives, and I know more about poaching than you ever will. Okay, but that's not the same kind of poaching. What's this dangum sass mushkin boy? Poaching's poaching. I'm going to prove you so wrong as soon as I figure out how. It's the ghost hunter. What's the skinny? Current location. Alex, do you know how to poach an egg? What? No, I've never stolen an egg in my life, and you can't prove otherwise. This is... Somebody left the ice room door open. That explains the ice. Probably for the best. Another door over this way. Oh yeah, we have a carriage door. Pair of old hedge clippers. That'll probably be useful. Here's something useful in the cabinet. Near empty herbicide can and some... The guy slouching around in here smoking a cigarette. Hi. Do you work here? Are you parking attendant or something? Yeah, I guess. I validate people's parking, you know that. Can you... I'm on break. Ooh. Well, really, everyone's on break, kind of. What do you mean? A whole bunch of ghosts showed up in the ghost carriages all of a sudden. Everyone's either hiding out or kidnapped. I got here on a ghost carriage. Oh man, did I die somewhere and not notice? Am I a ghost? The guy jabs you on the forehead with a finger. Ow! Nope. Convince him to go back to work. Okay, well, you should probably go back to work now. Why's that? Because I'm going to rescue all the other employees, and if they come back and catch you slacking off, they'd be ticked. Jeez. Okay, fine. So let me finish this smoke before you get going all heroic. Alright. Various boring tools, like drills and owls. Tools for boring. Just a lathe. It's not worth getting into a lather over. Oh, hey. Yeah, give me a minute, jeez. Not very helpful, you know. So stressed, go away. Hello again. They let you smoke in here? Let's just say they haven't successfully stopped me. Why sneak off to the carriage house to smoke if you can do it in here while you're working? Well, I'll give you a hint. I don't like working. Can you validate my parking? Didn't you say you got here in a ghost carriage? That's right. Those don't actually take up space, so it doesn't count as parked. Oh, never mind then. Sign this machine says genuine gunman or souvenir tokens. Make your wish come true, just 50 feet. Do as it says. Old frame photograph of Mrs. Gunn on the wall with a little reflect underneath it. Photograph is of young Mrs. Gunn smiling as she accepts a fancy trophy from a man in a suit. A frowning man wearing a lab coat is standing behind her. Reads Terry Gunn, an assistant, accepting a 1869. Why didn't we think of that award for excellence in inventing from the National Academy of Profitable Sciences? Having greeted you, he now stands perfectly silent. The info desk, but the only info you know about right now is that there's nobody staffing it. Unfortunately, there's nobody here to sell you a snack right now. Photo counter is unattended. You're not a thief, so you're going to have to wait until there's someone you pay before you have any of this candy. Sylvan ears. Uncharacteristically, the IRS has added 50% to the sign. You know what? While I'm down here before I start wandering off, let's see if we can find the dumb wizard. Right, goes our beside on those guys from assistance. Sure, why not? Thanks. You think a gal could sit and eat her lunch in a weird hedge maze without getting accosted by monsters? What is this world coming to? It's safe to go? I should get back to work. What do you do here? I work in the visitor center. I run the token smashing machine. You sell these little brass tokens stamped with a museum logo. You can either use them in the wishing well or run them through a machine that rolls them out flat and stamps the museum logo onto them. But they already have the museum logo. Stamps the museum logo onto them again? Yeah, but they're longer after that. Huh. Do you think it's safe to leave yet? Yeah, you should be fine. The lady leaves. Get it? Leaves. Weird, this bush seems to be full of pinto and kidney beans. You don't think those grew on bushes? I especially didn't think they both grew on the same bush. A lot of stuff to harvest that is in turn getting me XP. Cool. The arch is overgrown with a point of impassability. Undergrow it with your hedge clippers. Would you look at that crazy thing? Make a wish. You go to the token over to well and try to think of something to wish for. After a few seconds, you accidentally drop the token down the well without making a wish. Dang it, I wish I had that token back. You hear some chimes and a rope appears in the wishing well's crossbeam. Oh, how about that? It's a token you dropped. My wish came true. That wish was an accident anyway, so you feel entirely justified in taking your token back. Huh. That just looped around to the broiler. Actually, wait. I have the leaves in the tea service, so now my tea service has tea. Though something tells me broiler tea is a bad idea. You know what? I'm just gonna punch your lights out. Well, that's annoying. Oops. That ghost head poaches last. Chili stove. How very specific. Not really in the mood for chili, so stove isn't useful here right now. It's the most lard you've ever seen in one vessel. Shellfish full of pots and pans, none of which are interesting to you. Yeah, okay, we're down a ghost. Shelf is almost all fancy French stuff you're afraid to eat, but there's some caviar. Just been curious about that stuff. This caviar is so fancy that you'd expect it to be gilded instead of tinned. Oh, weird. You thought this was a framed photograph. It's actually a window. Why does the larder have a window? Why is this ghost standing motionless in front of it as if it were a framed photograph? Excuse me? Hello? Let's grab him. Grab the ghost. Somehow shake him until he rattles. Please cease this activity at once. Sorry, I got a little carried away. Now that I have your attention, how about telling me who you are? You not recognize me? Jean-Francois Lardist? Nope. I know simply making the photograph would not be sufficient. Well, to hell I would know I'm the most famous Frenchman ever to visit Gun Manor. Have a lot of Frenchmen visited? Besides having the distinction of being the most famous Frenchman to visit Manor, I'm also the first Frenchman to visit Gun Manor. And the last as well. How did I? I was posing for a photograph to commemorate my visit here, and the fool of a photographer fouled up when preparing the gunpowder. Fouled up how? You left a bullet in it. Ow. Must have the photograph. Such a face might not languish in obscurity. Alright, I'll let you know if I ever find it. Wait, there's a larder and a pantry? I don't know what I was expecting. Pants on a rack. Rack of pants. Pants, 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 and more pants. Pants, pants, and... Hey, there's a pair of your size. Fancy pants. Hey, it gives me some cold resistance so I can go into the ice room. One rack, many pants, 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 and yeah, more pants. Another rack, another several pairs of pants. Ghost is running around like a crazy, hovering around like a crazy, searching the racks of pants, or trousers if you prefer, but we say pants here in the Western Territories. Shout at him to stop. Hey, buddy, hey! Jeez, buddy, you nearly scared the death out of me. Sorry, I was wondering what you're doing. Well, it would be obvious. I'm looking for a pair of pants. But you don't have any legs. I know. So what do you want pants for? Nostalgia? I see. What kind of pants are you looking for? The kind without legs. Legless pants? Well, I can't wear regular pants, you know. My legs would just flop around and I'd look dumb. I guess you have a point. How'd you lose your legs, anyway? Well, see, I didn't have a proper holster for my gun, so I just carried it tucked into my belt. Oh, ooh, please tell me that was away from the crotch. Trigger snagged when you went to draw it, huh? Right, gets worse, though. I was wearing one of those gun belts with all the slots around it for you to stick bullets in, you know? Oh. Yeah, the chain reaction blew off the entire lower half of me. So that's how you died. Yes, that's how I died. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for some legless pants for you. Thanks, I'd really appreciate it. You know, let's go do that while I'm thinking about it. I can go in because I have cold resistance. You seem to be trapped in a block of ice. That's just what I wanted to talk to you about, actually. Can you get me out of here somehow? Besides the little frostbite thing, I'm supposed to be running the elevator, and there aren't any proper stairs in this crazy place, so that's kind of important. can't think of anything. No hurry or anything. I think I'd still feel a couple on my toes, and I don't actually need those to work the elevator, I guess. So, you know, take your time. It's a Magimech Tech brand deep freeze unit. Let me think. Actually... Hmm. This house isn't on any map you've ever seen. If it's on a map you haven't seen, well, that map isn't doing you any good. Okay, so I can fast travel back to the coach, but I want to look for something. Well, let's just buy one in case I need it later. Yep. Look at all the stunning flowers, why not? Oh yeah, there was something we needed stench resistance for back at the mansion, so I can go do that now. Dig through the trash and find a single item of non-trash. Jumbo Drumbo Shrimp Pork. Hmm. Okay, it's just repeating itself. Rack of expensive looking I am a klutz. Ghost is cramming his face with invisible food. And he's the ghost of an emperor? Correct his manners. Come on, at least use a napkin or stick your pinkies out or something. Oh, sorry about that. I'm just so hungry. What's going on here? Ware doesn't know how to make ghost food, so he's just giving me imaginary food and hoping I won't know the difference. I feel kind of bad about dragging him into this mess, so I've been pretending to eat it to humor him. I'm starving! Huh, need some actual ghost food? Maybe I can help you out. Please, specifically I want a bowl of chili. A bowl of chili without a gun in it. Okay, what? That's what I'm craving. It's possibly because of how I died. How did you die? Well, I was eating some chili and it had a gun in it. Did you choke? What? No, went off and shot me to death. Look, all I know is I need to eat a bowl of gunless chili in order to satisfy my hunger and pass on to the afterlife. Okay, well, we'll see what I can do. It's a deserted dessert cart. Hey, a blowtorch! I know what I can use that for. Oh, need my cold resistance again. Maybe this will help. Use the blowtorch. You get out this blowtorch. What? Oh, what blowtorch? Jeez, be careful with that. You can turn the knob and spark the flame, which turns out to be about as big as that of a cigarette lighter. Oh, okay, fine then. Be careful. Over the next 45 minutes, you use up the entire tank of butane, but manage to melt the ice enough that the lake can break free of the ice. Thanks, I've got to get back to my elevator, but come see me and I'll let you ride for free. There's a charge to ride the elevator? No, like I just said, a job well done. Just out of idle curiosity. No, nothing for changing them while I'm inside. Wait. I want to double check chili stove. You need a bowl of chili to give to that ghost in the dining room, and this stove seems relevant to that need. Fortunately, since your conversation with him, you're not even sure you know what chili is anymore. You should do some research. Okay. Again, for help back there in the freezer. This is the elevator. Fortunately, all we can do is go to the second floor. Why just the second? But for the third floor is missing. I bet anything the old housekeeper took on hidden in some hilarious place. She loved wordplay, that's why they fired her. That and all the stealing important things and hiding them. Second floor, please. Alright. The ghost clerk runs, or hovers quickly over to you. No, dear, I'm sorry, but I can't let you do that. Why not? What's in there? Customer. He hasn't paid his bills, so I was forced to lock him in there until he does. I know it seems mean, but one has to take a firm hand with these things. How much does he owe you? 200 meat. How's he supposed to get the meat to pay you if you won't let him out? That's a fair question, dear, but that's on him, I'm afraid. Can I just pay his bill for him? That's very kind of you. Thank you. I'll take care of that bar for you. She unbars the door and carries it away. One of the museum employees is sitting here reading a magazine, as you can see. Congratulations! I freed you. You're free. Huh? Free from what? Well, from being locked in a room with nothing to do except read the magazine. Ah, so you freed me for having an excellent excuse for not doing my crappy job. Well, you freed me from the burden of relaxing in here instead of emptying trash cans and cleaning toilets. Great. Look, you're a real hero. I could just lock the door again? No, it's too late now. I'm free. Free as the wind blows. Free as my job blows. Thank you. You're welcome. He leaves, taking the chair with him. Huh. Oh, something stuck in your teeth. You pick it out. On yourself, the easy way. Powerful for conserving your money. Up. Okay, that's enough. I got what I wanted. Let's learn Haymaker. It's the oldest thing here. You read the advanced punching techniques and practice for a while by punching a cactus. Ow! Unfortunately, by the time you're done practicing, you've splattered the book with cactus juice, ruining it. Oh, you left their olive oil instead. The plant is real, but the pot is fake. Huh? I can't get into there just yet. No, I can't let you go on in here. Why not? What's in there? A tenant. They paid for the room and they seemed rather quiet private sort, so I don't want you disturbing them. That's fine. A little B&B. What can you... Do you care for a room? No, thanks. I won't be staying out long. Hopefully... Wait a minute. Yes? What's B&B stand for? Boo and breakfast. Okay, yeah, that's what I was expecting. Why did you say B&B? This isn't your house? Oh, I know, dear, but nobody was using the guest rooms, and there were ghosts hovering around with nowhere to be. And I got a feeling homesick for the little B&B I used to run when I was alive, so I thought Miss Gunn probably wouldn't mind. I see, fair enough. What happened to your eye? Such a foolish accident. I had a guest I was suspicious of, a nervous, twitchy little man. I thought he might be mixed up in something bad, and one evening as I was passing by his room, I gave in to temptation and peeped into him through the keyhole. You see anything? Well, only for a moment. He was cleaning a small pistol, and I suppose it must have made a noise, because he suddenly jumped and the gun went off. And it hit you? That's right, straight through the keyhole. That's how I died, in fact. Jeez, I'm sorry. Thank you, dear, but it's all right. Serves me right for spying on a guest. That's how I look at it. Is that what's keeping you here? Guilt? No, I think I paid quite sufficiently for that transgression. What then? I don't want to go to heaven missing an eye. Wouldn't be as nice without depth perception. So you need a new eye? Yeah, do you think you can help me? I'll keep an eye out. I mean, I'll see what bye! Huh. Stick figure version of a very famous painting. Yes, rich people use the bathroom just one toilet at a time, just like the rest of us. Take that, irresponsible wealth! It's a medicine cabinet, which is a cabinet for storing medicine. What's inside? My ointment. That's what's inside. This is a tube of medical ointment old enough that it contains every single ingredient the government has ever banned. Fancy vanity. It reminds you of your own fancy vanity. You pry the biggest and most visible chunks of wax out of your ears. What's this? It's like a normal bathtub, but the faucet is up really high and there's a curtain around it. We now have a shower curtain. This is actually just a white sheet. The shower was invented so recently that I haven't really figured out what these things should be yet. Sheet. I'm not the tiniest bit surprised by this. Bunch of T's and a bunch of different typefaces. This one's more avant-garde, I guess. The 3 kinds of tattoo that have been invented so far. What's statistics about the gallery? T's 8, that's States 45, statues 3, statuettes 69,000. Fascinating. It's a list of all 45 states, including California, Kansas, and India. You wonder what will get annexed next. Maybe it'll be the Wisconsin territory. Except there were only 3 statues in here. You peer closely at the statue until you find the one that you're pretty sure is just a guy covered in flour. Hey, buddy, what are you doing? Look, I'm 95% certain you're a real person, not a statue. What are you up to? Statue, go away. Okay, now I'm 99% sure. What's the last 1%? Go away. What's your name? Paul, go away. Hi, Paul, go away. I'm Larry. What are you doing? Pretending to be a statue so the ghost won't get me. Go away or you'll blow my cover. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Just the boring laws from before the cows came home and everything got fun again. Objection. Oh, what are you objecting to? Your face. Overruled. What's your problem, anyway? That's legal stuff you never understand. In fact, I need to know gun law. Try me. What's the maximum legal caliber for a civilian handgun? 800? 800? Try again when you actually know anything about gun law. It's a smorgasbord of legalese, and you're not hungry. I might find something in the life. That looks familiar, but I don't know the name. It's a big dictionary on a pedestal. Could come in handy if someone tells you to look up something in your funkin' work novels. Let's look up gun law. A sandwich underneath a model salad. You know what? A food vessel poach. See poach. See, I told you at Ghost in the Kitchen there were 2 meanings. Would have been useful if I didn't already beat the crap out of the ghost. A book is a terrible thing to not read. What does the switch do? There's going to be a lot of those, aren't there? The ghostly librarian is glaring at you, as if daring you to make a noise. Excuse me, but shh. Okay, sorry, I was just shh. Okay, Jesus, this is good. I suppose it'll do. What was your question? Could you help me with some library stuff? Shh. Can you help me with some library stuff? Do it have to be more specific? I'm looking for a book on a specific topic. Our card catalog is being reorganized, so let's sort all the cards by call number instead of by title or author, which makes it quite useless. You'll have to search the stacks manually. How do I get started? Find a book on a similar topic to what you're looking for. Its call number will direct you to other books on that topic. Okay then. You have no idea where to even start. There's a guy lying here trapped underneath a large book. You okay under there? Shh, no talking back there. Sorry, jeez. The guy is still here, trapped under his book. Take a listen, look. Turns out to be a book about geology. It's bound in stone, and it appears that each chapter is devoted to a different type of stone, and is printed of slabs of stone of the stone in question. This isn't going to be easy. I have 5 muscles. This is easy to move. Oof, thanks. So I'd never get out from under there. At least now I know all the particular types of granite described on that one page. How did you get trapped like that in the first place? Well, I work at the info desk in the visitor center, so in my breaks I like to research different kinds of info. You know, just in case anyone asks. Guess you never know when somebody might ask you about rocks. Exactly. Oh man, I'm late getting back. Thanks again. Feel free to stop by my counter if you have any questions. Sure thing. I wonder what would happen if I went and asked him about gun law. Okay, first floor it is. Ask for some info. Oh, hey, thanks for printing your... You still kind of have marks for the engravings pressed into your face. I'm hoping to pay over time, but if not, I can always quiz myself while shaving. So what do you do here? Provide information. Want some? Sure. Great, what's here for... You know what? I'm going to make your day for all this. I'm going to ask about rocks. Great, I know a ton of stuff about rocks now. So it's rocks, and granite in particular. Do you know some of the most interesting rocks in the world can be found near 4 magnetic poles? Excuse me? Hello? Hello? I don't have a car, and you're going to stop calling me. I have to keep answering because job stuff. Okay. Sure. This gun. And Teresa Olivia Gunn, but informally she goes by Terry. She was born in 1847. Sholin Priscilla Gunn. Her mother was a mathematician, founding member of the Western Society for Mathematics in 1870, and her father was a catapult operator in the unpleasant disagreement of 1862. She invented the gun in 1869 at the age of 22. There's a photograph of her on the wall there, accepting a prestigious inventing award. Married her husband Dan 20 years ago in 1875, and they had 3 daughters. Interesting. Other than that, there's not a lot we know about her. She's a very private person, especially after she gave the house to Historical Foundation and locked herself in a room 4 years ago. Know about? Yeah. This Gunn's family? Well, let's see. She married Dan Staple Remover in 1875. He was the inventor of the staple remover. Did you know that? They met at an inventors convention 3 years previously. Dan decided to take her last name because he wanted to call his invention Office Chompers, and he was always a little annoyed that people called it after him instead. They had 3 daughters named Eve, Ange, and Rose. That's nice. Unfortunately, Dan vanished mysteriously in 1889, shortly after Rose was born. Nobody knows what happened to him, although it's generally assumed he was killed by bandits while he was on the road for gun industry's business. And then all 3 of the girls went missing the year after. Went to summer camp. And were just never heard from again. No ransom, no anything. His gun was never the same after that, naturally. He started blaming it on ghosts. As far as I can know, there's been no ghost activity here until just the other day. Gun Manor? Isn't amazing. Miss Gunn has built in the mid to late 70s when she and her husband decided to start a family. It was finished in 1877. It had 8 bedrooms and 1 bathroom, plus a whole host of modern conveniences like electric lights, a coal-fired boiler, and a bowling alley. Personal favorite room is the library, but I guess you know that one already. Mrs. Gunn donated the house to the Historical Society in 1891 with the provision that we keep the place retained and send meals up to her room in the kitchen dumbwaiter. She's actually never come out of her room since then, although she still communicates via telephone or the house intercom sometimes. You also like, oh yeah. What can I find? Well, with that done, I think I'm going to stop here because it's noon and I have to go do stuff. People enjoyed the stream. I'll be back Thursday for Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah.